Okay, this is going to be a review for the Shure Singer. I'll do a close-up. I'll tape it to the end of this, or the beginning. I haven't decided which I'm going to do yet. And then I've got the Fearless Solar in here. You can't see it. Maybe in the other video that I did you can get just how damn beautiful this is. They're absolutely gorgeous. Why are these two things in the video together? I'll explain that to you. So first of all, I got to do this video now because I'm keeping a this is going to take forever. Thank you to Critical again. I said, you mind if he's like, no problem. And so dude's super cool. S level Sony IER Z1R, Thea Audio Voyager 14, Empire's Legend X, QDC and VX. That's just the first ones. Tier level A. I'm going to try to keep that as elite as possible. Level A, Sony N3A. Yes, that's on my list. This is my list. I love the N3A. I just got the balanced version. So 64 Audio U12T, Shure EJ07, same company. Same company. EJ07 is excellent. I love that sound. Fearless Audio S8F, Moondrop S8, level B, BGVP DM6. I know what you're thinking. What? 5BA Andromeda clone, which is also 5BA. They tried to clone it, literally. That was the whole thing. And they did it with the model that I had. Quality control con. And my comment, symbol of how poor quality control can kill a legend at birth. I got, and some people got, the set that I graphed, which when overlaid on the Campfire Andromeda, it's not even one of my favorite sets, but for that price, I thought that was fantastic. It just turned out that the more people got, the more variations of the graphs there were, and the quality control just went out the door. And it's kind of like proof of what happens when you don't pay attention to something that's great. You can kill it. You can kill it. It doesn't matter how awesome it is at the beginning. If the people that get that after, the reviewers, don't get the same thing, it's dead. Game over. So that's got to be a B because mine was awesome. Awesome. Some people still got that set, man. They killed it. They killed it. So this is in the video with this. When they sent this to me, I put it in my hand in another video, let people see it as kind of a teaser. I do that a lot, and you guys never catch it. I put stuff in videos on the table sometimes, and you people never see it. I had two Anole VXs in a video. One on top of the other, nobody saw it. It's still on my channel. You guys, everybody's got ADHD just like me, I guess. That's why my rambling annoys you guys, because you don't have the, like, let's go. So, how do these, do I rank these? No. I'm doing the video because I got to put stuff in the C tier. Like, what is a good example of a C tier? What this was sent to me, the Solar, and it graphed it almost identical to this. Really close. I don't even want to graph it because I don't want to put any dirt on it. It's going to get retuned. It's going to be done right. I was sent a B, and a C, and then they were like, forget this. And then like, hey, I got the Y2K, why not let me tune it. It's not going to be my name on it. It's not going to be, no shade on Critical. That's a fantastic idea, and I think everybody would want to put their name on a set. And he's famous for doing the graphs, so I think it matches him better, whereas I'm a more polarizing figure, and you might lose sales just because people don't like me. Let's be honest here. So a Belon 03 with the bass just about 1.5 dB down, but not, I like that hill, but about 1.5 dB down, and two of those peaks about 1 to 1.5 down with a little bit of energy more in one more place around 10K after for completion of high energy like cymbals and stuff like that is what this is going to be. But that's for another day. But that's in the process of happening. So if you ever thought, well, that would have been a good idea, it is, and it will. But this is what that came, and I said when I did the graph of this, and I sent something that looked very much like this, I said, what's the point? So when I got this and I was teasing it, I thought that it was like a demo sample and that my input was wanted. It was not, because I said, I don't think this is going to do very well. And I held off on doing my opinion, and I just checked online and I saw Android's opinion, and he said pretty much what I think. And I don't know what was the point of letting it go. Why not tune it up a little bit better? You're looking at a deviation of approximately, it's close to 20 dB from the top of the sub bass to the mids. That is a crazy. You saw the Empire Sledge Next. Man, that's got multiple drivers. That's got a crossover network that's legit. And also the treble is done well. This is a super V. The pit rises by almost 20. It's, if you calculate that and that, it's probably about 17.5 dB wings going both directions. It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. And this is a C. It might be a D. I don't know who I would recommend this to. I saw Android's review, and he said thunderous bass. I don't think it's got thunderous bass, but it's got. Let's go to the music. This is Aerosmith. No More, No More. I repeat this because it gives you guys kind of a foundation of what I'm doing and what I'm looking for. The piano is almost gone. Like, I can catch some of the really, I can catch the keys on either ends, but the middle keys that I'm used to evaluating as being far back, not so far back, it's never close because that's not how it was mixed. It's essentially gone in the middle. That's what a V will do when it's too extreme. A soft V is not a bad thing. That's kind of a fun listen, and you can still get the mid details, but something like this, it's gone. Big Boy Kill Jill, the bass kills this, and this is a bass song because it's bleeding into everything else. The resolution is good, but the bass is, it's not thunderous to me. It's boomy. And that's a hip hop track. Black Sabbath Sweet Leaf was terrible. And Tupac Ambitions as a rider, most of the micro details that I'm listening to while I'm listening to the bass hit, which is centered around 70 hertz. It's not really a sub bass centric type hit. It's mostly gone too. I'm catching some stuff, but all of the stuff, especially cymbals, the death of the cymbal is unnaturally abrupt because this is, I don't know, 5, and then you're gone. Tremendous. The amplitude difference is huge. Now the Roland has a drop off that's not that unlike, but the bass to mids is almost flat like a EX1000, so you can listen to the treble and I can catch it, and some other owners have looked at the graph, they've gotten it and liked it. Other people don't like it, but there are others that, like me, I can catch this stuff. It's not ideal for some people, which is why I don't rec it strongly anymore, because you guys are the ones that buy. But personally, I like it a lot. This is an example where it's not there. There's not drivers that are doing a poor job. I think somebody, maybe Critical or somebody else was saying, what's the point of the ESTs if it's not going to be done right? It's like a new toy that they don't know how to really use it, it seems. So the 2019 was the EST, the pseudo ESTs. They're not really ESTs, and everybody used them, and everybody had various levels of fail, pretty much. But I thought the EJ07s, I love those, and the Rolands actually I like too, but I can get where people wouldn't. But this is ridiculous. This would not be seeing a video light and shadow if it weren't for the fact that I'm doing grades now, and I've got to show examples of stuff when using music. The piano's gone. Listen to it yourself if you've got this set. It's gone. The cymbal crash. The 7-second and then 13.5 second cymbal crash. Go ahead and listen to that and tell me if that sounds like what you want to hear it like that. I don't think so. So I would say hard pass on this. Is it a C or a D? I don't know. These guys know what they're doing because the tape is not, the tape is kind of, it's not like this, but it had a hump enough that I thought, man, that graph is going to cause problems. But the listening is great. Like maybe not at high volume, but and that had some QC issues, but there's a lot of people that really are impressed by the tape. And if you just went by graph, you might not think so. But if you listen to the music, the tapes are, I love them. I like it better than the P1. People get pissed about my take on the P1 constantly. I do like it. I did wreck it. But it's because relative to all the other attempts at those little in-ear planars, it was so impressive at the time. And also for its price. But as a relaxing listen, it's not my cup of tea. The tape would be closer to that. So I would say take a pass on these. I don't know how to do negative videos because it's been so long, really. So what I'm going to have to do is just do what I do with hype videos, but I'm not going to talk about the music as much because it's going to be. So when I really love stuff, I do a bunch of stuff songs-wise, but it's just going to be, this doesn't sound good and that doesn't sound good. Aerosmith, the cymbals, they're dying, premature deaths. The piano is too far back. Going further than that, I don't really need to, but I'm doing a video for the public. The bass on a really good double hit, Big Boy Kill Jill, is bloated and it's no good. It looks like it's coming down a trajectory. Remember, 330 is like the cutoff for bass to mids. It sounds like a mess. Black Sabbath is really no good. That's where the P1 is awesome. And then Tupac Ambitious as a rider, micro details are gone. Oh. You did the tape really good, and the EJ07s I'm a big fan of. And then you let this go. Thank you for not letting this go in that condition, because what a waste that would have been. Such disaster and such a beautiful shot. This is beautiful in its own kind of way, but this is special. This is absolute gorgeousness. So negativity is done. Stay away from this. This is going to come. And it'll be done right. There's been various versions of this that are versions of that, and it never hit the market, and that's because on this particular set I had, what's the point? It looks beautiful, it's anticipated, do it right. This is all about money, man. For you and me it's about music, but for the companies it's about money. What's the point of making something if it's not going to if it's not going to sell a bunch, then why make it? You know what I mean? Like, why? I said in a message with a graph, this is, when this hits, it's not going to be great. And I stayed out of it, and I gave no commentary about it. Nothing. There's been enough time for people to buy it and listen to it. The hype is come and gone. It's not being enthusiastically received. I saw a review for somebody that I basically know me and him disagree, but I know his judgment and how he views stuff, so his take is the same as mine. I just don't think these have thunderous bass. I think the bass is a mess. I think I've spent enough time on this. Don't spend your money on this. Or do what you want to do. I'm not your mother or your father. I wouldn't spend my money on it. And this is what is going to happen 70% of the time. All of that stuff that I just said, I'm not even going to put it on video. You're going to start to see it. So my apologies in advance. But if I'm going to do a lettering ranking system, then I've got to do all of them. And I guess it's public service announcements of where to, instead of being the guy like, put your money here, put your money here, put your money here, I'm going to be saying, don't put it here, don't put it here, don't put it here, put it here, don't put it here, don't put it here, don't put it, and then you can start to see what I really do. So I guess it's a kind of a win in that way. Sorry to anybody that's a fan of this, but is anybody? I guess you can comment in this section if you disagree with my impressions. I welcome it, actually. Maybe yours isn't tuned like this, which would be a problem, because that would be yours looks different than mine. This came out of the box. This is the retail. That box is, I had to rip it off of the other box. That's how tight that was. Holy crap. Big fail. Also, I got a mail from somebody talking about something, and I won't get into details, but it was related to shipping from China. Man, those people are going through the beginning stage of like a pandemic. So please be a little more considerate when people aren't using that as an excuse about shipping or something. That's I don't even want her or other people that stay home. Don't. This is just audio gear. Don't be getting sick because somebody wants their stuff and they're going to leave a bad negative review. If somebody leaves a bad negative review between now and the next 2 weeks because they didn't get their thing in time, I'll personally jump in there and talk crap about them or share their mail or do whatever, because that's ridiculous. This is a unique time and people are in conditions that you probably could not imagine, and I couldn't either, as far as being treated like livestock and being separated from family, or families been, it's bigger than audio, man. So use your brain before sending me a mail complaining about something and shipping, or some companies using an excuse. I'd like them all to stay home until this is all cleared up. This is just audio gear. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. If this, I'll just review shit. If I don't get stuff sent to me, I'll buy my own stuff and re-review stuff and revisit stuff. If this takes months, I don't give a fuck. Nobody needs to be fucking getting sick over fucking worrying about getting negative reviews because shit's late. Give me a break, man. What the fuck? Get a hold of yourself. And I'm out. And if you heard like this whoosh sound from the right side that constantly, that's binaural audio for the fucking win, because I got a heater. And if I turn that off today, I'm going to freeze, and then I'm going to ramble and mispronounce everything the whole fucking time because I can't move my mouth because it's freezing. Which is probably what I sound like anyway, but you know what I mean? Fuck, I don't want to really be freezing. So I'm out.